Hey there. Welcome to Brush Hour. I'm Francesca. And this is your weekly art hang. Just getting set up on Instagram as well. I'm live here on YouTube and Instagram. And yeah, happy Thursday. It is May 7th, 2026. And yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I hope you all have had a great week. Hello to anyone coming on. Hello to anyone that's watching after Brush Hour. Everything is recorded up on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Yeah, so today I'm actually excited to be doing some work on these paintings I've already done. Yeah, so I'm actually going to do a kind of pre-varnish on these. These are previous paintings I've completed, some recent, some a little bit older too that I'm gonna do. Yeah, so I am pretty excited to be using that. So I'm actually using this Gamblin 3-in-1. Really love this. It's like you can use it for different things. You can use it for oiling out in between layers. You can use it as a pre-varnish. You can use it actually like on wood and such to like kind of seal and prime it. So yeah, it's pretty versatile. I love using it even as a medium when I'm painting as well. So yeah, before I dive into that though, I just wanted to share some workshops that I have coming up. And yeah, so I have coming up on next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, classical portrait workshop at Mesa Art Center. I have one more spot left there. And I have Kelly is going to be our model for that. I'm so excited. She is awesome. Then I have a Paint Your Pet at the Cellar on 5/20. I have a live model workshop May 31st. That one's at Moxie. So we have Mira. She's our model for that. And I just posted today a pic of her. We did some fun photos yesterday or the day before. And yeah, so anyone that registers for that will also get they'll get a reference pack that has a few photos of her that way you can use it throughout the month and after to get some extra practice. It's always nice. Like, it is fun to go into a workshop and not know who you're painting, but then it's also really fun to be able to practice and study them. That way when we're actually painting, it kind of it's like this like final test, if you will. But you at least got all of that studying done of their shapes, the things that make them them. And then I'm also going to do a virtual like mini demo using one of the photos, and that will be one of the photos of Mira. And yeah, that way you can kind of again get some extra practice with it. So that's how I'll be structuring a lot of the Sunday Sketch Club, where once a month I have a live model workshop, but then throughout the month we kind of prep for it. We're going to do some exercises that'll help us get prepped for it. Again, like different photo references each month of that model. And then yeah, one virtual a month as well. So I'll be doing those live. So you can either watch it later after it's recorded, or you can join in live too. So yeah, you can go to francescabessettart.com. I have those. And then I also have, so 6/27, I have a costume model workshop at Mesa Art Center. So you can go to the link in my bio for all classes. But yeah, and then here is what I'd share also, our model. So yeah, this is the lovely Mira. She is such a sweetheart. Her mom actually does my hair, Autumn. She's fabulous here in Tempe. But yes, we'll be painting. Again, you'll get a reference pack of different photos of hers. And then, so you can use that throughout the month and after, and then we'll do the virtual workshop. So yeah, hope to see you there. Okay. So yeah, I just thought it would be kind of fun to do, some like oiling out / pre-varnishing. So like this one, for example, this one is definitely done. This one is of Ryan. I did, I think it was or it was yeah, after we had Delilah, so not too long ago. But you're definitely like happy with it. I don't want to mess with it or anything, but it is so fun to see also how everything kind of like pops out. All of the colors, all of our values, our darks and everything. It kind of makes the painting come back alive. So I'm just kind of dip this soft brush in there. Looking at the side. Yeah, it'll kind of really brighten up or deepen these values, so it kind of gives it a little more accuracy. So the paint tends to become a little bit more matte. And then, yeah, this kind of gives it a little bit more of a true version of like what it looked like when it was wet. Now you can get some like matte medium that I think would be kind of cool to be able to do a little bit of both, not just, you know, doing the whole thing in gloss. You could have some that's matte that'll help bring things forward. So yeah, I'm meaning to do these. So I'm actually not going to paint the outside of it because I like that the matte in the background is like that. Kind of gives it a little extra depth. Hi, Bristol. How are you doing? I am just varnishing right now, or doing some like pre-varnishing using this 3-in-1. Thank you. How are you doing? I messaged you last week about I'd love to paint you sometime. We'd have to like set something up, and I can go out to Salt Lake. Ryan has family out there, so we could do like a double type trip, and I don't know, figure out a way to get you painted. Let me know what you think. Okay, so next up I'll do this one. This one I actually painted last Friday at Scottsdale Artist School. We had a lovely model. She was so sweet, so beautiful. And so yeah, I thought it would be, it's definitely dry now. Arizona's so warm too. Yes, I'd love that. Come visit. Yes, I would love to do that. Let's chat about that and get something figured out. So yeah, I'm just going to we could do it, yeah, like at your something for work, or if you know of a cool place, we could like do like a live model event. It'd be cool. Get you dressed up in a fun costume. Yeah, this one I really did enjoy painting. It was a 3-hour session. I left at like the lunch. But yeah, it's really fun to be able to go in there. I mean, it's always a fun time if I'm painting somewhere, but having a live model is awesome. We just can see our model differently than we can see it on a photo. And there is definitely benefits to using a photo reference. You know, the model doesn't move, you know, it's stationary, but it does like compress differently than what our eyes can see. So it's good to do both, you know, get familiar with doing both. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Can't believe you can do that, all this detail in 3 hours. Yeah, so really it's just about capturing the, you know, the shapes. What shapes am I seeing? And then, you know, kind of like big shapes first, and kind of getting this giant block of her, like she's a giant statue, and then just kind of going through. And then you get, you know, we do 20 minutes and then a 5-minute break for the model and for the artists. But yeah, just kind of like knowing, okay, in this 20 minutes, I'm going to do this. And it really is a good way, I think, just with anything in life to kind of take away that we don't, you know, if we can just like set little blocks of time to accomplish things, we can get a lot done in that period. So yeah, lots of fun and lots of practice. That's also how that works. But yeah, this one was definitely really fun. I feel like this would be really pretty in like an oval. I feel like this might need to be like cut down at some point. I don't know. Be pretty in like an oval frame or something. But yeah, this 3-in-1 just really kind of brings that out. And then so if once I varnish it, which would be like more than likely like once it sells or gets placed somewhere, then there will be a varnish. But this kind of helps like bond the varnish to it before because a lot of times if it sinks in, the varnish doesn't want to really stick on top. Yeah, just a little fun thing. Okay. Charles right here. This is my younger brother. I started this on Brush Hour and worked on it for a couple weeks. This one was really fun. And this one I'm so excited about how it'll, just want to make sure you can get a good view of how this will look. Because this one has a lot of the dark in it. But we'll make all of these values come alive, especially the dark. And yeah, so the nice thing about this is it's almost kind of like a retouch varnish where you can still, edit and do things to it before you're done. So now that it's like wet, I could technically paint with it and it'll paint kind of wet on wet. But this one, I think I might be done. Some things you just don't want to like overdo. It's so easy to do. Yeah, so looks way better now. I love that one. This is my brother. It was so funny. He was, I'm telling him to like, I went over there and got reference photos of my siblings. And yeah, and so it was like kind of funny because he, was trying to be all serious and everything. And then it's like right before he cracked a smile. So he was like kind of smiling a little bit. Mark Allen, hi Dad. Thanks for joining. How you doing? You can watch on Instagram now too, but you're on YouTube, which is great as well. Yeah, so this one, actually my dad is on watching on YouTube right now. And this is the spitting image of my dad, especially when Charles was, or my dad was Charles's age. Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. I think this is one I might need to like redo in a larger form. Okay. Now this one, my little baby. I'm not finished with this one, but I do want to give it another pass, but I'm going to do this one first. Keep up the beautiful work. Have a good night, Chica. Thanks, Bristol. Thanks for popping in. Okay, so this will be... And because these are all dry, I don't need to worry about any paint kind of coming off. This one I actually did at Mesa Art Center for one of the workshops. And I worked on it quite a bit afterwards, so I just did it. The beginning part is my demo. So fun. Yeah, so this is so nice that it like really brings everything out. Yeah, so this one, I'm not positive where I want to go with it. I do know that I have some like parts right here that I need to like extend her head out. Okay. Let's switch up some of the music. And there's a couple more that I'll do. This was another, so that's the artist school, open studio. And yeah, so like once they're dry, again, like the colors kind of become more matte. So it changes the values, like how dark things are. So every time it's like sitting out, I'm like, oh, that needs to be taken care of. This one I will bring it all the way out. And yeah, if any of these look like something you want to add to your art collection, please let me know. Hey Jermaine, how you doing? We're popping in. I'm working on a commission for Jermaine, his wife actually. I'm so excited for that one. It's a tribute for her father. And we're like implementing all these older photos, which is cool. When she was like a little girl. Oh, I don't want that to probably stack. So yeah, that really kind of like brings that alive and just kind of brings it back to like when it was wet, which is nice because that's like what is so great about oil painting. Cool. Okay, so we'll move this aside so I don't get any mark on it. And here's another open studio one. This one was fun because she had a bunch of fun colors, fun makeup. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Yes, that looks so much nicer. This one I might kind of like glaze, make this side a little bit like lighter. She had some bronzer and such on, which can kind of like be a little bit tricky. Makeup's fun, but yeah, it's a little tricky because it can change how dark and light things appear. So yeah, this one I love. This one will be up on my site, available for purchase if you want to add her to your collection. This one right here, the same. This one I do think I am finished with. I do not want to, I really love it. I don't want to mess with it. And yeah, a lot of people ask like, oh, how do you know something is finished? Like a painting, like how do you know it's done? And that is always the question. And I really think it's like when, yeah, you love it so much, you would hate for anything else to happen to it. Photographing it also helps because it really can tell you what it's looking like at face value. So I always, always make sure I do that because a lot of times I'm working on it and everything, and you take a picture of it because you think you're done. You're like, wait a second, that is absolutely not finished. I need to fix this part. And a mirror will do the same. So you can always do that. I think I moved my mirror because Delilah was in here. But yeah, you can use a mirror as well. That is useful to see how something's looking. But yeah, but this one I definitely want to like bring out all these values as well. This one I started it in like 2023. It did like a quick session for it. I was like kind of over it, didn't really, but I kept it. I don't know why. It was just something that I felt like, I wanted to keep. And so then I worked on it a few weeks ago, and I was really happy that I didn't throw it away because it was kind of a cool, just like base I already had. I sanded it down. Sometimes you get a little bold when the baby's sleeping. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna? I wanted to paint. I didn't know what. I didn't want to start something from the beginning. So yeah, this one is definitely one of my favorites. I feel like it was really fun. The sanding really helped because it kind of brought things, kind of broke it up, gave it a little bit more like noise in a good way. The only thing I would maybe do is I might, as I'm like, I'm not gonna do anything to this. I feel like it needs something. This is catching a lot of light right here. So yeah, maybe I would. Yeah, so I'll let that dry. Maybe like kind of tone that down a bit and maybe work a little bit more out in the impasto. So yeah, like I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this one, but is it ever really finished? But yeah, I could probably use maybe one more session to bring up these lights. Well, let's see. Might have a couple more to. And this is also why I like to keep these panels instead of like, canvas, because like look how much better they stack together than like a gallery wrapped one. Yeah, that just always makes it look so much more complete. Yeah, well, I think that's going to be about it for tonight's brush hour. It was really fun kind of like reviving these paintings. Some of them I definitely might, do again, but there's something nice about knowing that something is just done, you know? So yeah, again, I have some workshops coming up, so you should definitely come paint with me. Here's some info on that. So 5:16 classical workshop, that's at the MAC at Mesa Art Center. 5:20 I have a Paint Your Pet, and that's at the Cellar from 6 to 8. Paint Your Pets are fun. You send in photos of your pet, and I pre-draw them on canvas, and then we paint them at the class. You learn how to paint them. And then on May 31st, I have a live model workshop that is at the Moxie or at Moxie Hotel in Tempe, and we're going to be in one of their conference rooms, and we'll have our live model, Mira. And the registration does include a reference pack, so a few photos of her. That way you can practice and study throughout the month if you want. And then I'll also do like a little pre-demo where I just kind of like talk about some different stuff to prep for that workshop. That way you kind of have the month to have fun with it. And then at the end of the month, when we have our workshop, you kind of go into it feeling confident. And yeah, so hope everyone is having a great week, has a great weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this with this video of our model for the May 31st class. And yeah, take care of yourself, be good to yourself, think happy thoughts. And yes, hope everyone has a great weekend. I will see you next Thursday. See you later.